This AI video stuff is pretty freaky. It's consistently looked like an uncanny, ultra-processed hot dog of human features, but unfortunately, I do have to say, I'm probably gonna get scammed at some point in the future. It's pretty bad. Perhaps you've heard of Sora. It's a video generation program made by ChatGPT that makes short videos based on prompts. It's also paired with the Sora app, which is supposed to be like a TikTok competitor, but heavily invested in AI features. And Meta is pushing a new platform called Vibes, which is also going to be a short-form content churning app. But it's like social media. Yeah, because when I use social media, I don't want to be social. I want a dead internet as much as I want virtual real estate. Give it to me now. But Sora 2, the new version of Sora that ChatGPT released, is very advanced and produces very realistic videos that an untrained eye could have a hard time confirming the validity of. Not every single video that this program makes is of this quality, but the quality can sometimes be very good. And every time one of these new programs comes out, everyone goes crazy evil demon mode. Like, people ask themselves, how can I start riots with this? I don't understand how these access keys works, but it seems like everyone with access keys has been rushing to generate videos of celebrities saying the N-word and coming out of the closet. Most notably Jake Paul, who opted into Sora 2, likely for free publicity because of course he did. People started making videos of him doing makeup tutorials and announcing to the world that he is gay. I don't think that anybody who opted into this was prepared for how realistic not only the videos are, but also how spot on the voices, timing, and cadences of their conversations are. Like, up until now, in regards to AI videos, the timing was so rushed and weird, and it just had a certain pacing that was instantly recognizable as AI. If it wasn't for the little Sora watermark thing, it could have been an Eli Lilly fake tweet that plummeted the stock situation. But I saw this video.
Me and my husband. You okay?
Yeah, Hi.
Hi. So, husband?
Works for me.
I was scrolling, half asleep, and I was like, huh, that's cute, and then I kept on scrolling. That's AI! And now that I'm looking at it, and I know that it's AI, I can see it, but nobody is constantly playing that kind of defense. But just to help y'all, I'll point out some of the tells. Look at the hair. See if it squiggles around a bunch. Look at the eyes as well. They're not quite right yet. Kind of bulging, you know what I mean? Also, try to note the video quality, video format as well. If it looks like it was filmed on a 2018 phone camera or, you know, like a Ring doorbell or a videotape, security camera, etc., this is on purpose. It's harder to tell if grainy and low quality videos are AI because you can notice the details less. But animation tends to be more smooth looking. This can make entire SpongeBob scenes that look not AI generated at first glance. People are making anime fight scenes with Peter from Family Guy. It looks very smooth too, but hear me out. I think that this may be the AI commerce and advertising bubble beginning to pop. People are realizing that this might have less utility than desired because it's fast approaching that hard line of what it can't do, creativity and communication. First of all, after the Jake Paul incident, nobody in their right mind would opt into this without setting some seriously limiting boundaries. Companies are already jumping onto copyright action because the folks down at Nickelodeon are not cool with you generating SpongeBob episodes. People have been preparing for this kind of advancement, and if they haven't, they sure are now. You know the term hit them in their wallets? AI is locking onto media company wallets, and that's a no-no. They can steal the small guy's art all day. They can replace the small guy's job left and right, but you can't steal that Pikachu money from Pokemon. And you see, you got a problem there. You can't have AI steal the jobs of specifically CEOs and executives, even though that specifically is on the more ethical side of non-generational AI uses. Plus, however sophisticated the videos you have seen look, you need to remember two things. One, people hate AI and are repulsed by it. That doesn't mean that companies won't use AI. They know it's a touchy subject. I mean, look at what happened with the NFL doing that and also Duolingo. And the bigger point here, in the case of media and advertisements, it's not yet worth it for companies to massively buy into. Like, it doesn't do what they desire on a grand scale. It costs money to generate these videos. It costs time as well. You need to make sure that it understands your prompt, and you need to, run it through a couple times until it gets what you want. So it's a very inconsistent process. You know what is consistent? Hiring the right humans. You can look on their past work and be able to communicate with them reliably. Like, it could get to that everyone in this industry is getting laid off eventually, but as for right now, and likely to be the case in the next 5 to 10 years, You get a better and more consistent product by making it yourself, unless we're talking about a big, fantastical project of which end product has room for compromise. And if we're not talking about using AI supplementally in that process. That's where the human mind will always be unmatched. In the world of focus groups and hyper-intentional advertisements, you can't turn everything out simply by writing prompts and hoping that this uncreative machine can interpret what you want to a T. Maybe we will get there eventually. Maybe you can plug in the dumbass Neuralink into Grok and it will hit you with your product after it forces an ad break directly into your cranium. Also, yes, everything is slop and identical, but there will always be a market for new things, which AI can't do new things. Eventually, when everything is quite literally the same, creative product will be what drives competition. Plus, we have no idea how much this shit will be regulated in the future. I'm not at the freak out stage in terms of media and advertisement, but I am still freaking out over other industries and workers for sure, and this technology existing, period. But more so the latter, because it has the room to get so much more dystopian than any of us were prepared for. Just imagine what the government, shady corporations, bad actors with good resources, chaotic forces with the intention to destabilize society and communities, and tricky technology fence jumpers who want to scam as many people as possible can do with this technology. Imagine being on trial and watching a video of you committing a crime that you didn't commit. Imagine getting a phone call or a FaceTime from your mom calling you from a law office using someone else's phone because her phone ran out of batteries, asking for your social security number for a document, and then days later realizing that you got scammed. Imagine someone making breaking news content operating as a fake publication backed by generated video evidence and using these tools to purposefully spread outrage and confusion. Just think of the geopolitical turmoil that this could cause as well. Think of all the dumbass geriatric politicians you could fool with this technology. Think of the confusion and anger one could incite in the middle of an election campaign. Think of all of the scenarios that could stem from this tech that could directly impact the stock market. Luckily, all it would take for this technology to get regulated into oblivion is just one video of Donald Trump doing something embarrassing that fools just enough of his supporters. But that scenario won't solve all of these problems. You might think that I'm being overly dramatic, but in 10 to 15 years, like genuinely, who knows? I'm also terrified by the general concept of the Sora app. Like if this becomes massively used, we are so unbelievably cooked. Part of the appeal of this app is to give companies your data, like what you look and sound and act like, and create another world of social interaction with you and your friends. And I'm just like, oh man, that's bad. What the fuck is the point of that? It's terrifying that we are being overworked and subjugated, like the proletariat is eyeing those pitchforks and they're trying to create as many circuses as possible, right? So companies are just straight up pitching the idea of pretending that we have a social life by investing in an artificial version of ourselves that interact with each other and have fun in the way that we are supposed to have fun in our free time so we can focus on our work. I hope to see y'all at the computer burning party for real. Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do in response besides just make art and be against this shit. So all I'm gonna say is go out and try to make a friend today and do cool shit with your bodies and your brains. Bonus points if it's analog, written, acoustic, in person, etc. Anyways, that's it for today. I got a Patreon. Cool stuff and goodies on there. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and show me my patrons.